I think it was just really exciting. We thought it was all over. We were surprised when we got the call that there was a new book coming in from Suzanne. And then when I read the book, to see that we could kind of reinvent the world a little bit and build it in a different way and tell a very different kind of story, even though it really is very much a Hunger Games film, was really, really exciting. I think it's like what Suzanne Collins does, especially in this like YA world that, she writes from theme, right? She comes up with ideas that she wants to write stories about. And so the first series was all about the consequence of war. She doesn't pull any punches. She doesn't talk down to her audience. And I think that's partly why that audience responded and why it also crossed like to younger, to older. And she creates dynamic, like an amazing world, dynamic stories, like compelling characters. It's all about theme, and I think people like really hook in. Tom kind of came out of the blue, I have to say, which was an amazing thing. We sort of knew we were casting somebody unknown for the role, and he came in kind of late in the game and saw an audition. But once we did, it was like, this guy is clearly Snow. He's so talented and so smart. Rachel was my first choice. I saw her in West Side Story, and I was like, we have to get Rachel for Lucy Gray. So that was great. And same with Viola. I wanted Viola was my first choice. I had a little relationship with her. And, it took a little sort of like educating a bit. She knew about the books and the movies, obviously, but hadn't seen them. She also knew the amazing pedigree of like cast that we've had over the years. So she knew there had to be something there. But I think she got hooked in and also into the idea of really doing something wildly different for her. And I think she had fun doing that. I think the movie on its own stands on its own. So ideally, new fans can come in, whether or not you know the books or the movies or whatever, and come in and enjoy this experience. I think for fans of the movies and the books, what's great about this is it's an origins movie. And it's not just the origin of a villain we know. It's the origins of the world, the origins of the game, the origins of songs we know, of behavior we know, of relationships we know, that changes your perception of the books and the movies that you're familiar with. And I think it's like wildly fulfilling.
Are we going to get a bit more?
I don't know. It's up to Suzanne. I have to say, like Nina and I were always like, it comes from Suzanne. If Suzanne writes a book, like we're there.